So ladies and gents, my name is Tim with Cook It with Tim, and I've got a lot of comments about my cooking space outside, and I wanted to take you on a personal tour of my back deck. We had this big space built, show you what it looks like, show you all of my grills, smokers, pellet grills, and everything that I use on a regular basis. So let's start over here at the far gate, and we're gonna take a tour from the beginning to the end where you end up right here. I get a lot of people asking me, how many grills do I have, and do I actually cook on all of them? Well, I wanted to give you guys a tour of my space in my backyard, my back deck, and I wanted to start with all of the grills that I actually use in my videos and the ones that I actually enjoy cooking with. And so this is my backyard. Here you can see the pool. We've got my wife and her flower garden right behind me, and in the middle is where we have some herbs. She's done a great job. I will say kudos to my wife. So I'm going to start you guys out here with my favorite grill that I have loved to cook on the most, which is a Weber Summit Kamado is what it's called, but it's just an insulated kettle is all it is. It's not insulated per se, it's double walled. It is my favorite grill. These run you about $1,200 to $1,300, and I will have it listed in the description as well if it's something you might be interested in take a look at. It is by far my favorite grill, and I guess the best feature that I love about it is this right here. The vent. You can shut the vent, you can let those holes be open to where you can control the airflow, and if you want the airflow wide open, you can get this thing running to about 700-800 degrees. And that's what I love most about this grill is because you can get from 200 degrees and 600 degrees in no time. Weber kettle. Next is a Blaze LTE Pro, and this is, yes, it is a gas grill, but nothing wrong with a good gas grill. And what I love about it is it's got a rear searing burner for doing rotisserie. That's the cool feature that I love about this LTE Pro. And then it also has this warming rack that sits right there for buns, dogs, whatever you want. And then if you don't want it in the way when you're doing rotisserie, you can just put it back. And it's got these cast aluminum grill grates, which are very sturdy. I've actually taken these to the car wash and literally used the spray nozzle and tried to clean them because these things are such heavy duty cast aluminum grill grates. It's also got a digital screen right here, and when you plug it in, it gives you colors here to let you, when it goes from blue to red, to let you know that the fuel is actually engaged on these dials. Little storage space down here. Got a trash can, and I use this pretty often, not as much as the Weber, but it's a really good grill. Blaze LTE Pro. I have two Traeger pellet grills. The first is the Woodridge Pro. This series launched back in January, February, and I did do a comparison cook between the Woodridge Pro and the Timberline XL. And I will say I enjoy cooking on both of my Traegers. They're really good pellet grills, but I will say that the Traeger Timberline XL is by far my top favorite pellet grill that I've ever used, and also in conjunction with the Weber Summit Kamado, these two grills are the ones I use the most. What I love about it is the cooking space. Man, there is just a ton of cooking space. I actually have another rack that goes here and another one that goes there. I just removed them because I don't need that much, and it's a little dirty. I have done a lot of cooks on it. It is a really great quality grill. And the other cool feature over here is the induction burner, and I'm not gonna lie, I've had this grill now for about 10 months. Have not even turned it on. I don't know, it's a side burner, it's great. Eventually, when it gets a little bit cooler, starting in September, October, I'm gonna be doing some more reverse searing on the Traeger with this induction cooker. There is plenty of storage on the Traeger. Of course, it's not that it's organized down there, but I've got one of my Scrub Daddies, shelf for extra. You've got this shelf attachment right here. If you want to put water bottles, here, let me show that to you real quick. Traeger blanket, and this little shelf right here, it really can be helpful when you're doing lots of work out here on the Traeger. That way you can put your bottles or whatever right here. And over here you've got extra hooks. Of course, those are optional. You can purchase those. And of course, the best pellets on the market, smoking pecan shell pellets. They're not made with real pecan wood, pecan shells. Best pellets on the market. Now let's move over to the Woodridge Pro. So we're looking at $3,800 to $3,800 to $4,000 for the Traeger Timberline XL, depending if you can find it on sale somewhere. I do have it linked down in the description description if you want to take a look at them through my link. And the next is the Woodridge Pro. This one retails for $1,200. It doesn't have quite as much cooking space. However, it still performs darn good compared to the Timberline XL. So if you are on a budget, it is a great grill. It's got this shelf down here where you can store things. It's not covered, but that's okay. Now, one thing about the Traeger is they do have these easy release grease strips. That's what I love about all the Traegers. And also you've got this rail right here if you want to add in some clips to hang things. It does have a shelf right here that does fold down if it's supposed to. There you go, just like that. And the features about the Woodridge Pro, as I spit all over the place, is the pellet storage. It has a lot of room for pellets to be stored. I got a little bit of mix of knotty wood pellets as well as my smoking pecan. And some of the features you can see right here, this also has the super smoke as well as the Timberline XL. They do have the super smoke feature. I don't use it too often, just to be honest with you, because I get good results without the super smoke. And it does have a turn dial that's digital, just like the Timberline XL. And then here you see I've got a Drip Ease mat, just because I don't know about you, but the barbecue business is just messy. It's messy. And this is also my wife's space where we like to have all of our kids. And so whenever I'm cleaning my grills, I like to have mats because, you know, just barbecue gunk is gonna fall, and therefore it's got somewhere to fall and not stain my concrete to where I've got to pressure wash all the time. All right, so these are my first 4 grills. Let's walk you up on the deck where I got to partner with RTA and Coyote to put in an outdoor kitchen, which is a really cool space. So come on over, let me show you that. This is a gigantic deck. Now, I didn't partner with anybody for this deck. We actually had this built right after we moved into the house. I feel like you could have built a small house for what we paid for this deck, but it is a beautiful space. We absolutely love it. And here is the main island that RTA and I partnered up with to put in. It's spacious, it's tall, and I'll be honest with you, funny thing that you guys may laugh at me, I'm only 5'10". I'm not 6 foot tall. When I was designing this thing, I didn't take into account cutting boards and things, so Jerry rigged me a couple 4 4x4s so that I would be high enough or tall enough to chop on my big 4-inch cutting board. It's okay if I don't have a cutting board or I've got a short one, but it's when I'm working with my big one. Sorry, I just thought that was a
behind the scenes moment. This is actually what Tim's standing on.
It's 4 2x4s. So this is the main cooking island. This is where I do a lot of filming. My wife's organizational shelf over here, but we're gonna move that over soon, and we're gonna have a backdrop right here that says "Cook It with Tim." And obviously, since we're doing barbecuing, I've got a fire extinguisher. You just never know. To my right, your left, I've got a Coyote pellet grill. It has got a digital screen that you can go from 200 degrees to 750 degrees. It is dirty. I've been cooking on it. It's got lights in the back. It's got upper grill shelves or bun warming shelves that store away. And a cool feature about this Coyote pellet grill, yeah, forgive the mess, is this right here. You can remove that center part right there, okay? I won't remove it just because, but you can see how it lifts up, and there's another grate that goes in right there. It'll sit right in there and will allow you to sear a steak at about 700 degrees, 600, whatever temperature that you want. All right, so that's the Coyote pellet grill. That is their Gen 2. I've done 3 cooks on this so far. And down here, you've got just some storage space. I know it's not the most organized, but hey, it is a lot of storage for your main barbecue tools and my cleanup tools, from my scrub daddies to my scrapers to these boom fire starters to my burger presses, and even these Jealous Devil cleanup wipes, which are the best.
Those are my favorite.
Man, they're awesome. Then my hot gloves, scrapers, grill tools. And then you got this long countertop and this cabinetry. This is amazing. This is a beautiful cook space. I've got a refrigerator right here. It is also a Coyote loaded with beverages, and when I do cooks out here, it'll be loaded up with food. This is probably, I guess you could say, about the third or fourth most used grill. This is a Coyote flat top griddle. It is a 26-inch. Yeah, I would like a little bit bigger, but it's okay. It still works. Here's what you clean to get rid of your grease. Not the greatest invention on the planet, but you know, if you don't griddle a lot, it'll be fine for you. And it also has the same thing right here with the dials as the Blaze grill does. When it's engaged, it will turn red. That's a cool feature. It'll let you know that your grill is on fire. And then down here simply is just, you know, my spatulas, tongs, and then just a few things that, you know, just a dome and some gases. And then down here is the storage for the tank. All right, and last but not least, so to speak, in terms of the island part is trash can. It's super convenient to have a trash can right here in the middle of your island. Man, it's super helpful. And then behind here, you've actually got storage space in there where you can put stuff, where you can see we've kind of put some stuff back in there. Don't tell anybody. Here we have my main seasonings. My boy Neil right here. He is a local guy. He's a very good friend of mine, and I use his seasonings a lot. Been using Al Fragoni's chimichurri a lot. And then outside of, you know, Neil Flattop King with his 4 seasonings. Actually, he has 5, but I'm down to 3. I got to get some more. These are the best seasonings for grilling, barbecue, and griddling, and that kind of stuff. And then PS Seasoning and Kairos. Probably my other 3rd and 4th favorite brands of seasonings that I use outside of Neil, the Flattop King. There's just so many great choices. Probably the most used seasoning outside of Neil, my good buddy seasoning I use, is the pig rub. And then probably the 3rd most used would be the Santa Maria and the Texas style rub from Kairos. Right here, the bomb. And then here you just got some more miscellaneous seasonings and sauces and things that I don't use as often, but I will get to them. Those are some Traeger things that I've been sent, and more PS seasonings like steak seasonings. You've got a chop shop. I just don't use this drawer as much. So that's how I organize it. My main seasonings, my secondary, and then I have more that I don't really get used that much. And then down here is just, you know, party storage or whatever. It's kind of stuff for my wife, for her to put stuff down here. And then all my meters. And probably my favorite one is ThermalWorks. You know, we've got your meat inserts right here for ThermalWorks in conjunction with a ThermaPen. Probably, I should put that down there. These are the best on the market in my opinion. Meter's good, Typher is good, but ThermalWorks is by far top of the line, best on the market. I highly recommend them. And then down below is some of my barbecue stuff. These are drippies. They have multiple colors, multiple sizes. You need a drippies, man. These are fantastic. They also have a barbecue blanket for letting your meat rest for an hour, 2 hours. The cleanup is super simple, just a little soap and water, and that thing cleans up really easy. And obviously, you guys know my knife brand. It is Flint and Flame. I've just got, you know, additional cutlery out here that I don't have inside. You know, some longer knives for cutting meats, as well as boning knives, skewers, and things of that nature. And then over to the side, I have a little barbecue set. Last but not least is one of my favorites, is a wood-fired pizza oven by Coyote as well. It is on a stand. This thing is an absolute beast. It is probably my 2nd most favorite thing that I love to cook on. Here you have real stone. That way you can cook with real fire in there, and it has a temperature gauge, and I'm over here in the 825 to 900 range whenever I cook pizzas. But man, you don't cook just pizzas. You can cook ribeyes, you can cook roast, you can do stews. I've done bread in this thing. This is a very versatile pizza oven that you cook with real wood to give real wood flavor to whatever you're cooking. I haven't used it in several weeks because it's just like a daggum barn burner. Like right now, I'm like sweating through my shirt because it's so dang hot and humid in East Tennessee. So I probably won't be using it that much unless we get some cooler days here in the summer. But man, this thing is a beast. And here's some of the tools you get with it. You'd have a large pizza peel, then you have a turner, and then you have, I don't know what this thing is called. It's for poking holes and moving the pizza. And then obviously you have a brush, the stone cleaning inside. for removing chunks of cheese and stuff of that nature. Another cool feature that we recently had installed, this came from the Blind Chalet, just because, man, that sun is direct right here from 9 a.m. all the way to 5 p.m. So we had to have something to block the shade. And that's what I had installed right here from the Blind Chalet. These things are super helpful. It does turn everything like a tan color, but still, man, these are super helpful. The owner, Ron himself, flew from Arizona to help get them installed. And we also have going all the way across to block the sun right here on those hot summer days. That concludes the tour of the back deck where I film. I do a lot of cooking here on my concrete pad, as well as food prep here on my main island. Man, if you have any questions, comments, let me know down in the comment section so that I can answer your questions about any of my grills that I own, any of the products that you saw, because this is what I use on a regular basis. It's not just for show. These are things that I actually cook on, and I believe in these products. They're really good, and I would, let me know if you disagree on any of the grills or why I use them, and or what your favorite grill is as well. And these lights up here, man, it's cool. My wife and my oldest daughter, they put up these lights. I helped put up the poles. And so we got this really amazing, I just feel so blessed that God would look down upon me and my family and bless us so richly in this capacity. We have a pool, we have this outdoor space, I have all these grills. I get to cook for video, or I get to cook for you guys and show you how my 25 years of working in commercial kitchens translates into this. Man, God has just been so good. All right, peace out. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit that like button, drop me a comment, whatever makes your tickle fancy, so to speak, in the comment section, and share this video if you think it was helpful to somebody.